Alright, hello everybody. We are back for hole number 4. And you can see the way I have my bag set up. The main things that you're going to need here is sniper, and I'm going to go ahead with a kingmaker as well for today. Of course, for later rounds I might up the wind resistance ball, but since I have so many kingmakers, I'll just make the videos with kingmakers since I'm bailing out of this tournament. And here you can see the way that the wind is. It's pointed like this in every tournament, so here you're going to see I'm just going to kind of almost stay a little bit short of 2. I'm going to play it pretty aggressively towards the front here. It's just the way that I play it. Now I do know that I usually rotate from this side, and I want to make sure that you're going those 9-10 rings. I ended up going about 10 for a 9 something, and it is going to come up, I believe, a little bit short. I did not quite get the land angle correct, and it probably stemmed from having to rush and having to spin the screen. I usually, for this hole, since you're going up into the bunker, well, unless you put on a higher wind resistant ball, then you want to usually rotate from in the bunker. So that's why you saw me flip the screen. I forgot about it until the point was too late, and I already moved 5 rings, so I was running a long time. So you saw me spin the screen real quick. Now what I usually do when I'm going up towards into power is I add 10% on this hole. So an extra 10% would be 10 rings. In addition to that, I was pulling into max. Now anytime I pull into max, I also add a ring. So for example, oh, why did I make that? It's okay. We'll just go with it, I guess. Anytime I go in towards max club on this hole, like I just did, since it's into the wind, I add on another ring. So, another extra 10% basically. So 20% would be a nice, good extra adjustment for this tournament for you guys. So if you're at 9 rings, you probably want to go 11 rings. And that'll be pretty spot on for the way that you want to adjust that one. Now what I usually do on this is max adjustment at least. So you want to make sure that you're going 9, 8 plus rings. I do believe I adjusted 9 here. And that's more of an overcorrection, and it has to do with, and there you see it's relatively spot on. The over adjustment has to do with, the ball deflecting because it's so much left to right wind. As you can see, it's more of an over adjustment based on where I landed. You can see it's a little bit left and long of where I originally set up. So you can see that I overplayed the rings. I know I overplayed the rings, but it's intentional because I know that I have to do something to kind of even keel the wind. You either need to over adjust or you need to left spin it to kind of counter those wind effects. And here you can see this guy coming up well right. That's one of the things that you need to consider when going about doing your shootouts, to make sure that you can be accurate and hopefully win a lot of shootouts. So good luck getting that ace on hole number 4. Just to recap, an extra 20% is going to be kind of a spot-on adjustment for you. I do believe that I play that shot in every tour division. So if you want to see another view, you can see, the easiest to see me do it again would be Pro Division. So I did do, a very similar shot and very similar results. And I believe I talk about the same kind of things. Once the wind starts getting up a little bit higher, you go more into max club, and you do want to do a 20% extra wind adjustment. So if the wind is 9, you would do 11. If the wind is 10, you would do 12, and vice versa. So other than that, make sure you're rotating from the bunker view. It's going to make your adjustment a lot easier. I started my adjustment already and it's kind of a little slow, but what I'm going to do to make myself not have to go into that bunker as much is I'm going to play that hole with probably for the rest of the week, a Power 5 ball. So just something to also keep in mind, and that'll keep that 20% number a lot more in check. So for example, if you can get it down to say a 5 wind, and instead of a 5, it's only a 6, 20% extra. So just something to keep in mind. And good luck with that hole, and see you guys for hole number 5.